Hey, what up, y'all? What up? What up? What up? Um, I want to talk about this case that happened down in Memphis, where a mom come home and there's a 20-year-old man under her daughter's bed, and she happens to, take the guy up out of here. With that being said, let's get it.
What's going YouTube? It's your boy Flash. I'm back with another video. If you're new to the channel, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. So today, we're covering the 36-year-old Memphis woman who walked into her daughter's room, her 13-year-old daughter's room, and found a 20-year-old man underneath her daughter's bed. She ultimately unalived this young man, and there is so much controversy on the internet. So let's get right into it. 36-year-old Kendra Scott fatally shot a 20-year-old man identified as Rodarius Morton after finding him under a bed in her daughter's room inside of her home in southwest Memphis early Thursday morning. According to the affidavit, Scott returned home around 1:40 a.m., began banging on the front door while yelling, "Who's at my house?" Entered the residence holding a weapon. Scott's juvenile daughter, 13 years old, had invited Rodarius Morton into the home through the back.
Pause. Here's my question. Why was there no adult supervision? Because if there was adult supervision, this 13-year-old child would have never felt or even thought about trying to sneak in this 20-year-old. And secondly, why is this 20-year-old corresponding with a 13-year-old?
Door around 1 a.m. He hid under her bed when Scott arrived. The daughter told investigators that she was afraid because Scott was angry, armed, and had previously warned that if she ever found a boy in the house, she would put a hole in his buttocks. A lot of people are fighting for her not to get premeditated murder because everybody talks about how, they found out an older person was messing with their kid, how they'd crash out. Well, this person really crashed out. Kendra Scott really crashed out. And Kendra Scott is right now sitting in Memphis jail awaiting trial. As Morton left the home unarmed with his belongings, Scott allegedly continued yelling at him to get out. Once they reached the front porch, she popped him once in the back of the head. Officers found Morton unalive in the front yard near the porch. A neighbor told police that he saw Scott carrying a weapon into the house before hearing a single gunshot. Then came outside and heard her repeatedly say, "I shot him," while still holding the weapon. Scott allegedly told officers, "I saw a dude under my kid's bed and I did what I had to do." She was arrested and charged with first-degree employing a firearm during the commission of a dangerous felony. So here on the screen is Miss Scott and Mr. Rodarius. Rodarius was 20 years old, and he seemed to have been communicating with the 13-year-old on TikTok. There's been so much speculation all over the internet. People have actually found the 13-year-old that he went and visited. So here's the little girl right here. And a lot of people are talking about how a lot of these women are raising their daughters up to be, I want to say hot. Hot is another word for promiscuous. The internet just has a lot of these kids nowadays seeking attention any way that they can.
Bro, let the kids be kids, bro. Damn.
So a lot of people have said that, first of all, that 20-year-old man shouldn't have even been messing with the 13-year-old. But it happened. And the problem with it is the 13-year-old invited. So, she's definitely a victim, but it's not, you can't say that's not what she wanted. She invited him over. Is it wrong that this 20-year-old was messing with the 13-year-old? It's absolutely wrong. But this 13-year-old also should not have been messing with the grown man either. Nonetheless, he can't learn his lesson. He's gone. She's going to feel guilty for the rest of her life. Her mother has to fight this charge, and maybe she'll get some reconciliation. So this is what the 13-year-old looks like. Every time you flash, it's like mature democracy, taking up a proportional share of the burden of upholding a free and open order in lockstep with allies and like-minded. You look 13 to y'all, right? She got a 13-year-old room, and she I don't condone, but that's what she looks like. So she obviously looks like a young girl. And this is Mr. Rodarius, who was unalived. The 20-year-old right here.
This child was not properly. This child was not properly
The controversy is
supervised.
going crazy because a lot of people.
This child was not properly supervised in any way, shape, form, and or fashion.
People are just torn and trying to make sense of it. So let's look at the conversation now. Manny's Mania, she was supposed to let him go. Plan a trip to a vineyard with her BF, tuck in for the night, leave her phone, leave undetected. Go find him and get it done. So this guy is saying she should have killed and unalived him better. She should have chosen a better way than to just pop him in the back of the head. If he was hiding under the bed, he knew exactly what he was doing, and the fact that he was wrong. It's very true. Someone else says keep her locked up. So that's where the controversy comes, because a lot of people want her free. Well, a lot of, especially mothers, want her to be free. She did nothing wrong. Only good PDF is a dead one. The girl was 13. That is not close to being okay. So even if you say what she did was premeditated murder, they're gonna say you're defending a PDF file. So we're not gonna do that. Look at this P. So dude said keep her locked up, and they're calling him a PDF file. You need to be right with her if that's the case. Perv. Certified.
Let me nip this in the bud. The mom took him out as he was walking out. That right there is not manslaughter. That right there, of course, is unaliving someone in the first degree. Number two, this 20-year-old is a PDF. I don't care what nobody says. And this 13-year-old should have been supervised properly, and she wasn't.
If somebody walked in his house, she'd be shitting. They're saying she lied about her age, but I don't know. 13 be looking 13. You can't misconstrue it. Like we just saw, she definitely looks 13. That's the face of a 13-year-old. The body. That's a 13-year-old. You can't mistake her for anything else. Bro, he came to her TikTok, saying she was a kid, commented on her post and asked for her to text him back. Not even a full week ago. How does a 13-year-old manipulate a grown man? Even if she lied, she's on TikTok with effing school clothes on and a 13-year-old hairstyle. Even if she lied like she was 16 or 17, that's still statutory rape. With him being 20 years old, he should have blocked her.
Yeah.
Y'all need to just leave the topic alone. It's wrong on all ends, but don't one-side this. If he wouldn't have never F with a kid, he wouldn't have been at her house for her
Exactly.
to do anything to him. Because she's supposed to.
And that's why he's a PDF.
From the get-go. Let the police do the job. Let the family grieve in peace. I pray for them. When did I justify her taking a gun and shooting him in the back of his head? As he was walking away when the mom literally just got unalived from a premeditated. Oh, we don't care about your personal problems. So, like I said, this was the girl. This is the gentleman, Rodarius Morton, commenting on her TikTok just last week, guys. He says, text me, so pretty, new title. She responds, all right, and thank you. Aria Slime. Does she still have a TikTok? Y'all think she still had a TikTok? Aria Slime? Let's find out. Hey, y'all, if y'all y'all new to the channel, make sure y'all like and comment and subscribe. If you're old to the channel, make sure you like the video and show me some love, man. It's a lot of y'all coming here under the radar, not showing no love, not giving engagement, and it's hurting my channel. It's hurting me. It's killing me. So please, 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 it costs $0 to send me a like, man. Just like the video, bro. And I'm going to keep y'all entertained. I'm going to give y'all what y'all want, man. Just, rock with me. So her name was Aria Slime. And I couldn't imagine finding a grown man under my child's bed. I don't know what I would. I know what I would do. I would do the same thing that she did. Is this shit Keita the Don? This is her. Yeah, that's a little kid, man. That's a little kid, man. Somebody said just funny looking and emoting. So a lot of people are trying to say that she got the boy unalived. And it's like, he still should have done his due diligence. Fast or not, she doesn't look a single day over 16 at the most. Yeah, she's wronged in the MF, but that's a grown man. That's way wrong. Look at her. Man, she need her butt whooped. She definitely needs a whooping.
Yeah, she do need to get
whooped.
whooped.
I know she happy her mama locked up, because she's supposed to get her ass whooped. I ain't gonna lie. I'll whoop her ass myself. Buddy guy, it's Judge Doodle. That's her. I really love you. So this is her TikTok. This is Rodarius Morton. So this guy right here is unalived. He's no longer with us. You a baby yourself. Rest up, love. Sorry this happened. Long live you. So he's getting a lot of love. Is this him? Rest in peace. Y'all acting like she didn't lie about her
fuck
age.
that PDL.
She literally looks 13. Be for real now. I noticed that it's a lot of women really coming down hard on him. You can tell she's 13. You can tell she's young, but the way she put herself out is giving grown. Neither of them look like their ages, but she should have never lied. You'll literally get called a pervert for defending this guy, so you want to be careful. So the discussion about this. Yes, he was wrong, but that doesn't give no one the right to unalive, especially if they were leaving and had their back turned. It is not legal to pop somebody in the back of the head. See, you can't claim self-defense, and it's probably not going to be manslaughter because he was also unarmed. If he had a weapon on him too, it could have been like an equal force. The threat could have been scared, but she also said what she would do before she did it. Bro, that girl looked like she's 10, not even 13. Ain't no way dude didn't know that she was young. That childish ass TikTok, he BSing. What's her TikTok? Nah, he for sure BSing talking to a kid. Not gonna lie. He might be slow. He might have been a little slow, right? Dude might have been a little. At the end of the day, he would have left her house and did it somewhere else with somebody else's underage kid. That's true.
True.
Predators and sexual offenders can't reoffend if they unalived. That's true. And hey, who knows? She might not have been the first young kid or the only young kid he was messing with. So probably did, your service to the society. Come on now, school clothes, the hairstyles, the childish room. She doing TikToks like that. Yeah, the mama did wrong, but at the same time, that's still a little girl. I don't care what they say. He knew. This effed up on all sides. She finna be an easy target for the other man. A young man has lost his life, and the mother would be sitting in prison for the rest of her life. Someone said you got too many skeletons in your closet to be saying anything. Well, get off your page. Let me get off your page.
Your home sees a lot of the day.
So, 36-year-old Memphis mom is charged with first-degree murder after police say she shot a 20-year-old man in the back of the head after returning home and discovering him hiding under her 13-year-old daughter's bed. The girl told investigators that she invited him over. According to reports, he was leaving the home when he was shot in the back of his head on Yeah, 13
Facts.
ain't really old enough to be home unsupervised. Even though I've been home unsupervised since I was 10, and I've been doing shit I wasn't supposed to do since I was 10. After they complained, personally appeared before me, Kendra Scott, and made oath that on or about the
Tap the
16th
screen,
day
tap the
of
screen,
July
tap the screen,
2026
please.
in said
Tap the
county
screen,
and
tap the
within the
screen, tap the
jurisdiction of
screen,
criminal
please.
court in Shelby, Tennessee. On 7/16/2026 at 1:40 a.m., Memphis police responded to a shooting call at 303 Travis Road in Memphis, Tennessee. When officers made it to the scene, they located a male tentatively identified as Rodarius Morton in the front yard near the front porch, unresponsive, suffering from a gunshot wound in the back of his head. MPD Engine 36 made the scene, and Lieutenant Roblowski, number 115, pronounced Rodarius Morton deceased at 2 o'clock. MPD officers spoke with Kendra Scott, who told the officers that she came home, saw a dude under my kid's bed, and I did what I had to do. Officers also spoke with the next door neighbor at 3041 Travis, who advised that he heard banging and came outside. He saw Kendra Scott with a weapon going into the house. He went back inside and shortly after heard one gunshot. Then he came outside. He saw a male shot near the front porch of 3043 Travis, and Kendra Scott standing in the front yard saying, I shot him, still holding a weapon. Kendra Scott was detained and was brought to 170 North Main Homicide Office for further investigation, where she read her advice of rights and invoked her rights. A juvenile from 3043 Travis Road, who was a witness, was brought at 170 Main Homicide Office for further investigation and gave investigators a statement that Rodarius Morton was invited by the juvenile, which is Ari, and he came in through the back door of the residence at 1 a.m. Y'all think they was doing it? So he was there for about an hour. He was unalive at around 1:40, but he got there at 1, so he had 40 minutes to be there. And he came in through the back door of the residence at 1 a.m. At around 12:10 or 1:30, was knocking loudly on the front door, yelling, "Who's at my house?" Why was she knocking on her own front door? She didn't have a key. Why he came through the back door?
Yeah.
Why couldn't she get into her own house? Why was she banging on her own front door? She was banging on the front door and yelling, "Who's at my house?" The juvenile stated that she was scared of Kendra Scott because she had a gun in her hand and was angry, yelling, and had told the juvenile in the past that Kendra Scott sees a boy in my house, I will put a hole in his A, and she didn't lie. Once the juvenile let Kendra Scott in through the front door, Rodarius Morton was found hiding under the bed in the juvenile's room. As Rodarius Morton was leaving the residence with his belongings that did not include a weapon, Kendra Scott repeatedly was yelling, "Get out of my house, bitch!" And Rodarius Morton, and when Kendra Scott and Rodarius Morton got to the front porch, the juvenile heard one gunshot. Officers located one 9mm spent shell casting on the front porch and a Smith & Wesson 9mm black handgun in the front yard. Those items were photographed and collected by CSI. This offense occurred in Memphis, Shelby County, Tennessee. Alright, that's a lot.
Okay, man.
I know that girl is traumatized because you did that right in front of that. And it's a lot of things you probably did in front of that girl that got it to this point. You know what I mean? It's crazy. But we gotta really hold ourselves accountable, bro. We really gotta hold ourselves accountable.
Facts.
Because as parents, it's a lot of things that we don't go for, but a lot of things that we're not going for are things that our kids seem to do. I have two daughters. I have two daughters myself, and I would probably react the same way. But I have to look at myself and think about the things that I probably did in front of them. I gotta think about why wasn't she home? What was she doing was she at work? If she was at work, understandable. Why wasn't she home at 1:40? Is she leaving how did the little girl know she was gonna be gone? How did she know the kid was there? How did she know that Rodarius was at her house? Did she
Yeah.
a camera? They said she came home and was banging on the door and said, "Who's in my house?" Did somebody call her and tell her someone was in the house? How did she know?
Could be. We don't know.
Lady charged with first degree M after she came home to a man in her house with her 13-year-old daughter. She found him hiding under her daughter's bed, made him get up and get his things and leave. And as soon as he made it to the front door, she popped him. So we just read the police report. Y'all are discussing under here defending a 20-year-old perv who was hiding in a 13-year-old room. That's it. Get that. And he got what he deserved. I would have did the same thing to protect mine. That's the problem is she unalived him the wrong way. If she was gonna do it, hey, get in the car with me. We're gonna take him out the beeline and pop him by the river and throw him in the water or something. You're moving emotionally, you're not thinking. That's illegal. Listen, what he did was wrong. What Rodarius did was wrong by all means. But what Kendra Scott did was wrong too, bro. Murder is insane, bro. That's murder, bro. And then you can't say it's justified when there are precautions she could have taken. There are precautions she could have called the police and got him arrested and put in jail. He would have got he would have been labeled a PDF file. You know what I mean? Baby not saying what he was doing was right, and whether he knew her age or not, he was being a boy. Yes, he was 20, but by the looks of him, he looks like a child himself. But as a mother who knows my child in that situation, I would have just explained to him to never come back to my home again, even if she invites you. Because if so, the authorities would be called, and then I would have proceeded to turn her little hot ass every way but loose. But as a mother, I would not have left any daughter of mine at that age unattended at those hours, working or not, at my house. I've always worked around the hours of my kids just for situations like this to be avoided because we all know we were once young as well. But no way this young man should have lost his life because her daughter was hot and ready like Little Caesars. Every interaction we have, Finn is involved in almost every single one of them, 99-point-something%, and it's resolving over 7,000 without us touching it at all. It was hot and ready like Little Caesars. You think his plan to never come back would have stopped him? Personal story. I was 13, he was 23. My mom called the cops. I lied to the cops and said all we did was text and was sneaking with him until he was arrested when I was like 18 for some unrelated. I still communicate with him and I'm 34. Something wrong with you, man?
Yeah.
You still messing with him? I hope she never walked the streets again. This could have been handled way differently. That's the thing. It just could have been handled differently. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Murder is murder, bro. Put anybody else in Kendra Scott's position, and if they unalive somebody, no matter what they did, y'all gonna say it was wrong. I understand what he did was foul.
It was.
Foul. It's just the minimum you could call it. But you can't kill him like that. You gotta let him hit you. You gotta let him hit you with something. You gotta rage bait him or something and make him attack you or something. Then you can you gotta catch him in the act. Oh, I thought he was hurting my daughter. You know what I mean? Like his ways to do it. Or hey, if you wanna go to the undisclosed route, box him up, he come up missing, ship him out. You never see him again. But you can't just pop him in the head in the front yard, all the neighbors coming outside, and police come, and then your daughter actually told on you. Because that's what made it premeditated. The fact that you told your daughter that if she ever had a dude in your house, that you would put a hole in his butt. That's crazy that you already told her not to do such a thing, and she still went and did it. The fact that you had to tell her that in the first place lets us know that you know what kind of time your daughter been on, or she might have done something similar before.
Unfortunately.
gotta be smart, bro.
And why was her
I
child not
understand, bro. Like I said,
supervised?
bro, everybody said they're gonna crash out by their kids till it's time to crash out by their kid. She crashed out by her baby. Understand? She crashed out about her baby. I understand, but it's a right and a wrong way to do it, bro. Let's read some more of these. Let's find some more of these takes. Actually, I don't see how this could be anything higher than.
Damn, it's almost 30.
Can't see it. Alright, we read through the comments, y'all. We're gonna read through the comments. Facebook might be one of the most uneducated places I've ever seen, but
It is.
that's what we got right now. So, if you look to the right, see the comments on Facebook. We're gonna read through some of them. Actually, I don't see how this could be anything higher than the second degree. First degree would be in cold blood, and she was certainly in hot blood. Sad she could not control her emotions as a gun owner required. Oh my God, she was for real when she said that. How did she know someone was there? How did she know that he was in there? Did she have a camera, or did somebody say something? There's more to this story than we know about.
Right.
Yeah, something was going on in the household out here underneath the jail. Something else was going on in that household out here underneath the jail. I ain't do it, but if I did, it would have been a while. He was still in my daughter's room. I ain't do it, but if I did, it would have been while I ain't do it, but if I did, it would have been while he was still in my daughter's room. Bingo. It's the way you do it. Can't protect stupidity. You could put your child out if she disrespects you or your rules, but you don't have the right to take her life, especially if you told him to leave and he was doing exactly that. Mama just wanted to lay something down to get her point across to her daughter because she didn't have to shoot him because he was already out of her house. Fellas, don't lose your head chasing a piece of tail. Please, young brothers, young fellas, bro. Please, bro, stop thinking with your dickhead, bro. Listen, bro. I know look, everybody wants some pussy. Everybody wants some pussy, bro. We all want some pussy, bro. But you don't just go anywhere to get some pussy, bro. You don't just get some pussy from anywhere, bro. Just because a little 13-year-old would let you do it, don't mean you gotta jump for it, bro. Have some discernment, have some standards. You know what I mean? Stop just jumping out, trying to link up with every female. Talk to her. Get to know her. I hate this excuse that they're making for this dude, like, oh, he didn't know. Talk to her, bro. A 13-year-old conversation ain't the same as a 20-year-old conversation. Nonetheless, you was in her room, bro. Hey, you wanna go? Oh, what you doing today? Where you work at? Oh, I'm still in school. Still in school? What you go to school for? Just go to school. Oh, whoa. What you mean? You just go to school? You don't have a major? No, I'm in high school, middle school. That's how you find out she's 13. That's how you found out she used to be a man. That's how you find out she like to extort people for child support. That's how you find out who you're dealing with. You have a conversation with people. You do is, and maybe, let's say he didn't know. And it was a problem. It obviously wasn't a problem for him. But let's say it was a problem for them. I don't feel like he had enough conversation with that girl to know, to find out. He wasn't talking to that girl like that. She was in a rush to get something off, and he was in a rush to get something off too. Ultimately leading in lifelong trauma and the end of another life. So this is the hot look. Okay, I'm reading the comment. This is the hot little 13-year-old that got the 20-year-old shot in the back of the head. Oh, they deleted that. This is a classier kind of crime. Deleted that. Oh, they deleted that post. Oh. Yeah, it's controversial, man. It's very controversial.
Tap the screen, please. Please tap the screen.
Chat, what's up, chat? Chat, what's up? Everybody in here, don't nobody want to say nothing. Everybody Nobody in here. Don't nobody want to say nothing. What's going on? What you think? What y'all think? We just sit here quiet. Ain't nobody got nothing to say. This shit just got posted an hour ago and it has 9,000 comments. Y'all don't got nothing to say? Nobody has an opinion? Prayers for the young man, absolutely. Y'all keep saying y'all don't see anything that she did wrong. The first step was her daughter. He left when he asked and she chose to shoot him out of anger. Unfortunately, her daughter will become worse, and as a parent, she failed her twice. Her actions will go in vain. Now her daughter will have to do life without her. Y'all have to stop being so trigger happy and easily triggered. She could have had a talk with him and her and been out to keep talking. Yes, he was wrong, but so was the daughter, and so was the mom. I knew what I wanted as a 13-year-old and also knew what not to do as one. We have to start holding everyone accountable,
Right.
even the children. She is in jail and her daughter will continue to move how she moves.
If she's not properly supervised, she will.
And that's something to think about. The mom threw her life away. The little boy life thrown away.
Mm-hmm.
And that little girl gonna keep doing what she was doing. So was any of this worth it? Was any of this worth it? She gonna be sad for a couple months, but she gonna be who she is. She might actually grow into more of who she might have been becoming faster. Especially without a mom, without guidance, without somebody who's gonna say, hey, you bring somebody in my house, I'm gonna put it on it. Not trying to justify his behavior, however, she saw that he was leaving, so he wasn't a threat. Her emotional state of anger got the best of her and felt she was right by wanting to pull that trigger. Exactly why a lot of women don't need guns. However, she should have taken that emotional anger out on that fast, overly wannabe grown daughter. Now the mother in jail and the daughter still about to meet up with boys or older boys. Understand, as a parent, you have to know your child.
Right.
And she is a problem.
I'll be right back.
You overgrown females love blaming the other underage victim and not those men. It's not about shifting the blame. It's not about right or wrong. It's about learning from this. You know?
Right.
Shit. She fucked up as a mom. But that little boy, mama and daddy fucked up his parents too. Cause why your son don't know no better? Why your son think that that's okay? His parents messed up too. His parents ain't raised him right either. Regardless of whether he looked young or not, he was an adult. She was only 13. She was legally a child and could not consent. We don't know all the facts of what happened leading up to everything, so it's important not to jump to conclusions. At the end of the day, it's a heartbreaking situation with multiple lives forever changed. Prayers for everyone affected, especially the child. I mean, this ain't my business or nothing, but I think that he I think that nigga he definitely hit, bro. He hit, bro. He for sure hit. They say he got there between 12:10 and 1 a.m. and then get caught till 1:40. Yeah, they was in there hunting. To everyone that's coming for me or plan on coming for me for what I said still stands and I don't argue or whatever. It's very sad and unfortunate situation. Sadly, the mom is going to jail because she had time to think things through, yet she still unalized this young man. Wouldn't this be second degree since it was like sudden passion? I could be wrong. Could have been a crime of passion.
Could have been.
This is sad, however, everyone played their own part in this. The mom was wrong because she didn't have to shoot him. The daughter because why is anyone in the house while the adult is gone? Him because he knows he's older and shouldn't have been around that little girl.
Exactly.
And these predators, bro, they be taking advantage of these young girls, bro. These young girls be trying to hurry up and rush into, adulthood. So she want to feel like she more mature by messing with an older dude. But an older dude who messes with little girls is not mature, bro. him.
Right.
And now that she's sitting in a cage with concrete floors and brick walls contemplating her actions. The very reason I do not own a gun is because of my aggressive and impulsive personality when I get upset. As a man, I feel like, yeah, he's grown. That man looks like a kid. Therefore, my teenage daughter thought that she could pull that off. And of course, I'd be hot as a firecracker, but my dealings would be strictly towards my daughter and her thorns. I would have definitely gave him a flat warning. If I ever catch him in my house ever again, she wasn't being raped. So that means my daughter was putting him in a bad predicament by inviting him into my house. Yeah, he was wrong for messing with a 13-year-old, but she literally made a way for him to get there. She invited him in, and now her daughter got the front door swinging for sure because the interruption locked up and ain't coming back to the house for a good minute. I bet she ain't think about that. That's not funny. There's still real parents out here that don't consider a grown 20-year-old to mess with a 13-year-old. As a parent, I ain't going for it either. Only part I didn't get is that she unalived him execution style. I know she was heated, but her daughter played a huge part in this as well. You can't just look at your daughter like she was innocent. She was definitely, she went behind your back.
Oh, now that child ain't innocent.
Didn't betray the mama. The daughter betrayed her mama. That little boy don't owe the mama nothing. The little boy don't know. She could have said, "Oh, my mama out of town. She ain't coming back." No, he didn't know nothing. She definitely gotta look at her daughter. If anything, then I don't know. This is why one of the fruits of the holy self, spirit, is self-control. Satan entered her mind like he did Judas in the betrayal with Jesus.
Set out on a journey to create a product that would help people update their homes. As a single mother on a limited budget, I wanted to find a simple solution.
Satan entered her mind like he did Judas in the betrayal with Jesus. The daughter said she invited him according to the police report. She still didn't have to unalive him. Think about when we was young. I know I did the most, and when my mom used to catch someone in the house, it was just a simple get out. Everyone, damn, how many people your mama called the house? It was just a simple get out. Everybody's so trigger happy these days. He didn't cause you no problems. He got his stuff and got out. Didn't even read the argument. Broke out. Didn't read that an argument broke out. He was just willing to leave quietly. I probably would have done the same thing. Hopefully they show her some leniency. That's her baby he was in there with. True. I don't understand how she told him to get his things and get out, and then he gets by the door and she shot him. I mean, that's how it be. Came home to a man or came home to a little boy that the daughter deals with. He's 20, he looks young. This pig can't be the man because that's a little boy. Oh, y'all can't see the comments? That's why y'all gotta comment, bro. Y'all sitting here not saying nothing. I don't know. Y'all not telling me nothing. Say something. Interact. Engage. Audience. Hello. 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 I got 20 people watching me and nobody's saying anything. I just got an AI message on the chat. Hey, we can't see the comments. Hey, we can't hear you. Hey, you're breaking up. Hey. Nah, nothing. Nothing. That's why I don't like live streaming, bro. Y'all gonna have everything to say when I get off stream. This pig can't be the man because that's a little boy. They're talking about how young he looks. He looks 15 himself. He looks about 12 to 14. And 20 is 20, bro. I don't give a fuck how you look, bro. If you knew that was a 13-year-old, boy, you deserve to be where you at. You deserve to be where you at if you knew that was a little girl, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. So let's take another look at this little. They found her. They found her TikTok. They found the little girl's TikTok. She definitely looks like a little kid. Well, they both do, but. The tongue out. That's little kid stuff, man.
Yeah.
Aria Slime on TikTok. That's her name, Aria Slime. Or Keita the Don. Oh, she has multiple TikTok accounts? Oh, she's wildin'. Oh, she's wildin'. This is her other TikTok account. This is her. Aria Slime. Keita the Don. Yeah. She definitely looked 13, but what's the point in shooting him after he left the house? Yeah, man, she snuck him. She wanted to sneak him. And she probably didn't know he didn't have a weapon on him, too. She probably assumed he did have a weapon. So you gotta think about this, too. The same thing that she did to him, she probably thought he was gonna do it to her. Let me make sure I get him out of the way before he walk outside, pop me, and run off. So, I mean, you gotta think of all sides. But I do feel like she was trying to prove a point to her daughter. She was trying to prove a point to her daughter, and she was very angry. But where was she at 1 o'clock in the morning? We're gonna read the story one more time, y'all. Let's read over the story again. 36-year-old Kendra Scott. I'm sorry. 36-year-old Kendra Scott fatally shot a 20-year-old man identified as Rodarius Morton after finding him hiding under a bed in her daughter's room inside of her home on southwest Memphis early Thursday morning. According to the affidavit, Scott returned around 1:40 a.m., began banging on the front door while yelling, "Who's at my house?" and entered the residence holding a handgun. Scott's juvenile daughter had invited Rodarius Morton into the home through the back door around 1 a.m., and he hid under her bed when Scott arrived. The daughter told investigators that she was afraid because Scott was angry, armed, and had previously warned her that if she ever found a boy in the house, she'd put a hole in his ass. As Morton left the home unarmed with his belongings, Scott allegedly continued to yell at him to get out. Once they reached the front door, she shot him once in the back of the head. Officers found Morton unalive in the front yard near the porch. The neighbors told police that he saw Scott carrying a gun into the house before hearing a single gunshot. Then came outside and heard her repeatedly say, "I shot him," while still holding the gun. Scott allegedly told officers, "I saw a dude under my kid's bed and I did what I had to do." She was arrested and charged with first-degree murder and employing a firearm during the commission of a dangerous felony. This is sad, y'all. This is sad, bro. Why was she banging on her own front door? Did she not have a key to her own house? This is sad, bro. My condolences to the family, to both families. Oh my God, she was for real when she said, "If I found a boy in the house, I'm a whack him." She did the YNW melee on that boy. Felicia Green. Her daughter invited him over. Yes, he is 20, will be 20. Damn. Her daughter invited him over. Yes, he is 20, will be 21
Be right back.
this year. If her child is 13, I'm pretty sure she lied about her age. But the mother should have called the police instead of letting off fire. And it was premeditated. She went to the car to get her firearm to come back and kill him. I hate that her first reaction, and I hate that she killed my brother over something her child was trying to sneak and do. Can y'all please refrain from negative comments? Both situations Gun? You can't make this shit up, bro. Can't make this shit up, bro. Felicia gun. Your brother should have had one, gang. It could have been a shootout. He could have stood a chance if he had one. How old is her daughter? 13. Why would she shoot him if she was walking him to the door? Try the classic. With a crunchy, creamy, loaded jalapeno. With a smoky, bacon club. This lineup is loaded with flavor for days. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just reading through the comments. I'm trying to see what everybody's speculating. She had every intention of pulling the trigger. He was no threat to her while walking away. That makes it premeditated. Trigger happy. I thought the dude was under the bed. The story never mentioned the mother going into her daughter's room and finding him, or am I missing something? Yeah, you're missing part of the story. The most important part is she allowed him to get his belongings and proceeded to shoot him in the back of the head at the front door. She needs the chair. If her daughter was underage, she needed to contact law enforcement and have them handle and arrest him. In this big world, we need to move with common sense. Or even held him at gunpoint until the law got there. Held him at gunpoint until the police got there. Or she knew she was gone. She knew someone was at her house. She could have arrived to her house with the police. She could have pulled up to the house with the police. Literally, she could have done. She wanted her killed. She wanted her body. That's it. She wanted to catch a body. And everybody with me trying to catch a body. Chop me in, we want the whole party. Come on now, school clothes, the hairstyle. That's a little kid. So yeah. Let's take some news stories and see what's going on. Kendra Scott, Memphis. Let's take a look at what the news is talking about. So y'all make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Imagine being able to build an app. Why do I see ads? I shouldn't see ads. I got premium.
First at 4:30, a man dead and a woman arrested after an overnight shooting in southwest Memphis. Thanks for joining us. I'm Alex Coleman.
And I'm April Thompson. A neighbor in the area told your news leader the man killed was an intruder. Arboreal Brown spoke with that neighbor.
He broke in and the homeowner came home and caught him. There's a no-win situation in this situation. The person has lost his life, but this homeowner was protecting our home.
Along the quiet street of Travis Road, a single shot in a home echoed through the neighborhood. At 1:45 this morning, police found a man dead, and officers quickly took a woman into custody. One neighbor says he didn't hear the gunshot, but knew something was wrong when he saw the Memphis blue lights ignite the sky.
I seen blue lights, and that's not too common in this area, but on this street it's normally pretty quiet.
This neighbor, who wanted to remain anonymous, told your news leader the wounded man ran out of the home and collapsed on the homeowner's porch. The neighbor also says the shooting may have been a result of an attempted break-in.
I just feel like you have to be pretty brave to go in somebody's house, knowing.
What the hell is this? What the hell?
First at 4:30, a man dead and a woman arrested after an overnight shooting in southwest Memphis. Thanks for joining us. I'm Alex Coleman.
And I'm April Thompson. A neighbor in the area told your news leader the man killed was an intruder. Arboreal Brown spoke with that neighbor.
He broke in and the homeowner came home.
Gave him the right one.
says home invasion. It wasn't a home invasion. He was invited though. I ain't gonna lie. Now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, bro. Like I said, I got 2 daughters, bro. My daughter's not even old enough to even. My baby's 1 year old and 2 years old. About to be 2 years old and 3 years old. If I caught a nigga in my daughter's room, that boy gone, boy. That boy good as gone, boy. That boy good as gone, boy. But I ain't gonna do it how she did it. Like, I ain't trying to prove nothing. She just never gonna hear from that boy again, bro. I'm gonna be nice when I come back. I need to talk with you, bro. Come on. We gonna get back in the car. Just gonna ride off into the moonlight. Come back home. I ain't even gonna argue with my baby. I ain't even gonna argue with my daughter. You'll never hear from that nigga again. He's gone. He's no longer with us. He's no longer with us. Cause you ain't gonna be able to say, oh well, my dad said if he ever caught a boy in the house, he'd shoot him. None of that shit. It's just gonna be like 17 years later. Oh, body washed up for sure. Die. They ain't gonna find out about that boy till I'm gone.
First at 4:30, a man dead and a woman arrested after an overnight shooting in southwest Memphis. Thanks for joining us. I'm Alex Cole.
And I'm April Thompson. A neighbor in the area told your news leader the man killed was an intruder. Arbreo Brown spoke with that neighbor.
Your home sees a lot of the day.
Brown spoke with that neighbor.
He broke in and the homeowner came home and caught him. There's a no-win situation in this situation. The person has lost his life, but this homeowner has been taken out home.
Along the quiet street of Travis Road, a single shot in a home echoed through the neighborhood. At 1:45 this morning, police found a man dead, and officers quickly took a woman into custody. One neighbor says he did.
Okay, let me skip on a little bit.
So here's his mom. To families and friends, I ask that you all kindly get off here and refrain from going back and forth with these people. They don't know Rodarius. We do. They don't love him. We do. That should be all that matters. The reality is our brother this is her brother. This is her sister. This is Rodarius' sister. To the family and friends, I ask that you all kindly get off of here and refrain from going back and forth with these people. They don't know Rodarius. We do. They don't love him. We do. That should be all that matters. The reality is our brother is gone and never coming back, ever. This whole situation is so freaking sad and unfortunate. I'm just blown away after reading the affidavit. No way you was allowing him to leave just to shoot him in the back of the head. That might have been I don't know. My condolences. I'm a fact-based person, and from facts, she was 100% wrong. In the eyes of the law, something is telling me a lot more is going on in that household. The daughter stated that she was scared of her mother. I mean, most daughters are. Who with me, chat? Chat, y'all still here? I see I got a lot of people in the chat. Nobody saying nothing. Got a lot of people in the chat. Nobody saying nothing. Nobody sending no supers, no gifts, nothing. I'm with you with this. A police call and report, let the law handle it. You shoot him in the back of the head while he was leaving was not the right way to handle it. And let's keep in mind, some of these kids lie about their age. So there's more to this than what the mom knows. But everything is going to be in that little girl's phone. Sorry for your loss. Or Rodarius' phone. Rodarius' phone will open a lot of doors.
It will.
And what if she wasn't the only underage girl he was talking to? What if she what if that's what he do? Would that make it more would it justify it more? What if he was out here destroying the community, destroying the youth from the back? What if he was out here destroying the youth? Would that justify her killing him then? What if, see, I'm saying it's not justified because of what, because, you know, she was letting him leave, and he was leaving, and he didn't fight back. What if he was going around messing with little kids, for real? Then is it justified? What would make this right? What would make this right? Because there's no coming. We can't bring him back to life. What would make this right? Hey, sisters, this kind of y'all fault too. Hey, this for all the sisters, bro. This for all the fire-looking sisters. Like, girl, you fine as hell, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I know you got some fine-ass friends too. Why you ain't put your brother on none of your friends? You got him meeting girls on TikTok. You got him meeting 13-year-olds out. Why you couldn't let him meet none of your homegirls or none of your homegirls? Y'all ain't putting your boys on. Boy got thirsty. Boy was dry. Boy was desperate. Busted out, sneak through the back door and hide under the bed for some coochie, bro. You fine as hell, bro. I know you got some fine friends, bro. Why you not putting none of your friends on your brother, bro? Y'all be letting y'all be starving y'all own brothers, bro. And they be saying, oh, I can't believe this happened. Man, that nigga was starving, man. That nigga was on the drought. Man, that nigga ain't had no pussy since he came out y'all mama. So he did. You feel me? What a desperate nigga do? What a desperate, nasty ass pedophile nigga do? You know what I mean? That's just what it is, bro. Felicia Gunn, you finer than a motherfucker, man. Look at you.
Okay, we're done here. I'll see y'all later. Peace.
Here's how to make this viral CarPlay adapter rig that I just